All opinions expressed by the program participants are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinions of Upscale Love for You. The program participants' opinions are based on the information that they consider from their own knowledge. No expressions or accuracy is related to Upscale Love for You.
Good evening, everyone. This is yours truly, Dr. Fabulous, and I'm coming to you all the way from the city country of Hinesville, Georgia. Maybe some of you may not know where that is, but the metropolitan city that is closest to me would be Savannah, Georgia, or Hilton Head, or a little bit further south would be Jacksonville. So without further ado, let me say this to you. Tonight, we are going to talk about all the letter A's that deal with the relationship issues. We got it all for you. And guess what, y'all? In the absence of my co-host, Dr. Feelgood, we have a new guest co-host on the block, and that's none other than Nasty J. So everybody just get ready to hold on to your seats because we're going to have a marvelous time this evening in the absence of my co-host. The show must go on. So without further ado, I'm going to slide it over to my hot girl from the 305. Lady T, are you ready?
I'm ready, Dr. Fabulous. Thank you, everyone, for coming out. This is Lady T coming live from the 305, and I am so excited about tonight. So I'm going to just slide it on over to Special K, and let's hear what she has to say.
All right now.
All right. Well, hey, good evening, everyone. This is Special K. I'm coming at you from 912 here in Savannah, Georgia. I'm hoping that everyone had a terrific Thursday. I want to thank all of you for tuning in this evening. And I'm excited to hear tonight's discussion, all you guys' thoughts and opinions. So let's just make this a great show. And next, we're going to pass it on to our co-host, Nasty J.
Nasty J, are you ready for us? Come on, Nasty J.
Hey guys, I'm from Atlanta, 678-404. Thanks for joining tonight, and hope you have a great show and open-minded about the different topics. And I'm just excited to be here with you guys tonight.
All right. Well, once again, I am yours truly, Dr. Fabulous. But hold on now. If this is your first time that you've come to join and witness Upscale Love for You, Tantalizing Talk, don't let this be your last, because we are here for a great conversation. And, we're about it all. So we're going to do a free fall show for you tonight. And tonight is going to be all about the A's in the relationship. So without further ado, we're going to get this show on the road. And if you did not know, let me tell you just a little bit. Well, with the letter A, you always got to have what? Acceptance, then attention, none other than affection. And what's the other one? Anybody can? Allowing. And you know what? We're going to bring it all to you. So we're ready to get started. And here we go. We're going to start it off with none other than Lady T. You ready, Lady T?
I'm ready for you, Dr. Fabulous. Let's start tonight off with something fiery, and let's talk about simple attention. Do anyone know what that means? Anyone? Can I get some feedback?
Attention from your spouse or who?
From anyone.
Old attention.
From anyone, plain old attention.
Well, attention is when somebody is giving you that extra, how can I say, they all in your face. They just want to be around you. They just want to really get to know who you are. And giving attention can be from as little as giving you time or even just a simple phone call. So that's my thoughts on attention, because I love attention. I'm not
So
a
do I,
attention.
Dr. Fabulous. I love it. I
Yes,
love
I'm not
being
an
listened
attention
to.
seeker, but I love attention.
All right, all right. What about you, Nasty J?
Well, attention for me, like I give my wife a lot of attention, spend quality time, buy flowers, do romantic things, make her feel good. That's one of my way of showing affection and attention to her,
Okay.
I'm just
See
giving
you.
in thoughts for like during they give her a phone call. How was your day? While you're at work, just checking in, make sure she's all right, and just even also your loved ones as well. Just have to be
All
like,
right.
could be like friends and family. Just hey, how you doing? Because we all need to feel some form level of attention and feel special.
That's right. I love that. All right, Special K, what are your thoughts?
Attention, yes, very, very important. Because who doesn't want to feel attention and feel seen, and and when you're in a relationship, yes, that's one of my big things as well. Like Dr. Fabulous said, not an attention seeker, but yes, I love attention. I love the way it makes me feel, and I think it should be reciprocated. So I think that's a very, very important part of a relationship.
So I totally agree. And just to sum it up, so you want that person to notice you, to
Correct.
listen, to pay attention to your body language.
All of the above.
Yes, I would agree.
I don't know if Lady T is having technical difficulties. Can you hear me, Lady T? Okay.
Maybe her mic is down.
Hey, thank you.
I
I apologize.
okay, there she is.
Yeah. So basically what I was saying is you want that person to um, make you feel noticed. You want them to pay attention to your body language. You want to hear your words, make you feel special. So I think that we all summed it up. And now I'm going to pass it on and let's talk about simple acceptance.
All right. Well, come on, Nasty J, and tell us your input about acceptance.
Yeah, acceptance for me, like accepting a person for who they are, their past and present, um, characteristics, traits, and also find ways to improve on things that been and better. Acceptance to me is a part of a relationship that you value the person because everyone have their own unique traits or characteristics about themselves. And just being open-minded to me, accepting the person for who they are. Like the Bible says, it's confronted as Christ come as you are, you know? So accepting your spouse or your lover, whoever is a partner, accepting their ways.
All right.
With that being said, when we accept people in our lives, I'm just going to say, when you accept someone in your life, I'm not going to say private person, but if you know where I live, or if you know just a little tad bit about Dr. Fabulous, I've let you in my zone, my comfort zone. So I'm going to swing on down here to Mr. Travis Bridges. Can you hear me, Travis Bridges?
I can hear you, but I don't see my settings. So are you able to hear me?
I can hear you just fine. What
Okay.
is a quality that you look for in a person, a spouse? Well, not even really a relationship, but what is your take on acceptance and being accepting?
Um, I think people are accepted based on who they are and what they bring to the table. Everybody I'm hearing saying they want to be accepted. I think we are accepted based on, again, who we are, not so much what we want. Everybody's not going to accept you. It doesn't mean you're not acceptable. But
Okay.
you have to be okay if someone doesn't accept you because you may not be everybody's cup of tea. I know I'm probably not everybody's cup of tea. There are plenty of people that are not my cup of tea. Doesn't mean a person's not valuable, but some people I'm just not attracted to, and it doesn't mean they're bad. They just don't, you know, turn my motor, for lack of a better word. So acceptance is just what it is. We have to be okay if we are accepted by someone, and if we are not, then we have to also be okay with that.
Okay. Well, with that being said, Miss Millie, you had your hand up.
Yes.
Okay.
For me, I think it's kind of like what Travis say. Some people going to accept you, some people is not going to accept you. But I think when you accepting someone and they're accepting you, they have to take the good, bad, and the indifference, and whatever's happened in the past, they should meet you right where you're at and judge you according to the level they're meeting you, not on hearsay and speculation, but by the way that they met you and greeted you and the way you carry on from there, and accept you for who you is and you accept them for who they are.
Okay. So when we say acceptance, now, do you think acceptance is superficial? Is it accepting a person because of their visual attributes, their personality, or is it an all combination set in stone type situation? Because when we say we accept people, do they really accept you for who you really are? Travis says they accept you for who you are. But sometimes people accept you because of what you have. Have
True.
you ever been around a person? Now, they really don't like you, but they can piggyback off you. So they say, let me be with this individual because this person might can take me to the next level to where I need to get to or where I'm trying to go. So that form of let me say acceptance. Sometimes I'm real when people say they accept you for who you are. I really start to go,
One
So
thing about
Travis, I'm coming back to Travis. I'm gonna come back to you, Miss Millie. So Travis, when you said a person will accept you for who you are, and you also said something that caught my ear, you said what they bring to the table. Go back and please elaborate on that, because if they're accepting you or what you can bring to the table, that's kind of like, do they really accept me or do they accept what I have?
Well,
Did I?
what? No, I'm here. What you bring to the table is a part of who you are also. So
Okay.
what you bring to the table is a part of you. If you come to the table with things that complement me, I'm probably going to be more accepting of you. If you come to the table with things that are that are mm, an opposite, of what I want, what I need, what's good for me, I'm probably going to be less accepting of you. And I think the word accepting is kind of, I'm not sure if it's the best word, because when you accept someone, if you don't accept someone, it might suggest you reject someone. So I want to be clear in saying that I would not reject someone if someone, I accept all people and respect all people for who they are. But in terms of how I need someone in my life, if it's for a significant other, if it's, for work purposes, or, somebody to fix my car. If you come to the table and you are a mechanic, I'm going to accept you if I need my car fixed. But, I guess you have to be specific in what you're accepting about a person and why you're accepting about a person. As a human being, we accept people for who they are because they are a human being. But I'm not going to accept someone that I'm not attracted to or I don't need. And it doesn't mean that I don't love or like them or appreciate them. But if it's a woman in particular and she's not my cup of tea, for lack of a better word, I'm not going to say I'm not accepting her. It's just she won't get that other word attention from me that she may desire, or that she just may not get that attention. And
Okay.
so
So you will be accepting of her, but you're not going to lead her in the direction of thinking she's going to get your personal attention.
exactly.
All right. Come on, Miss Millie, because I got a little something to tell Brother Travis when we finish. Go ahead, Miss Millie.
I think when it comes to being accepting a person, sometimes we put a lot extra weight on it because we can't really know that we can truly accept them until after they've been around us a while and we know how they're acting and what they're bringing or what we're bringing, exactly as Travis was saying, exactly what we want out of the relationship. If it's a opposite of, the person you're trying to get to know on a personal level, you want, it could be friends or whatever ship it is, but you're going to want to make sure that each party is bringing something to the table that makes it a relationship or have the attraction where it needs to be.
All right. Well, to everyone, listen closely. Do you know that they say acceptance creates a deeper intimacy? Because you know what? And I know my girlfriend would kill me, but I always tease her because when you know that you're absolutely comfortable with a man. And ladies, I'm going to tell you how I know when it's all right. Some of us like to wear Sally's, Susie's, and Felicia's. But underneath there, it's a different garden trying to grow. Or either she's so grown, she cornbread all the way back. But if you meet a man and you're comfortable with him, he accepts you and you accept him, how about you take off your Felicia, your Sally, or your Latrice and have no qualms about doing it? But it says, once again, I'm going to bring it all the way back twofold. It says acceptance creates a deeper intimacy because it demonstrates that each person can be themselves and share their thoughts, feelings, wishes without fear of rejection. Ridiculous. And, sometimes to accept someone, you were really, really, really close to them because guess what? You're leaving out that fear of ever becoming abandoned by that person. Acceptance also leads to self-confidence. Do you know that if a person accepts you, then you start to feel so confident around that you feel confident around that person. And guess what? The last thing, when you feel acceptance from that individual, you will have security within that relationship. Is there anyone else on the board in our podcast tonight that would like to give their 2 cents on what they feel acceptance is and how you know that you accept a person in your life? I'm gonna come on down here to Miss Leanne. Miss Leanne, I missed you last week, girl.
Missed you guys too. Acceptance for me. So take me as I am.
Well,
Oh
go
my God.
on, songstress.
Nothing at all. I'm not a horse, but I'm just saying, I am that person. You got to
Yeah,
love
you
me for
whore.
who I am. Simple as that. You got to love me.
Simple as that.
Yeah, because I'm not a fake, phony person,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna show who I am up front, close, personal, on at the same time. I'm not gonna even wait till later.
All right now. Well, that's what I'm talking about, Leah. And they got to accept me for who I am.
Who I
Because
am.
you know what? And I say this because there are times when you meet someone and you're not sure that the acceptance is fully there. And you try to twerk, you try to do a little something different to peak it to see, am I feeling this person? Is this person feeling me? And then guess what? When you try to change yourself for that individual to be acceptance of you, guess what?
You
It
got
don't never.
problems.
It's always a problem. It don't never work out right.
You got
So,
problems.
my word tonight is, as Leanne would say, take me as I am, accept me, or guess what? Leave me where I am, because I'm okay with who I am. All right. So we're gonna move on. Nancy J, you on mute.
Sorry.
So I'm gonna ask you this, Nancy J. How did you know that your wife accepted you? What was something that stood out that let you knew right then and there that she was the one and she had accepted you for who you are?
My past and present, and what I bring to the table and how she made me feel as well. She accepted me, and
So
I
she
treat
accepted your past.
and present. Yeah, yes.
Okay.
And we were
Because
able to.
you can take a convict and change it.
Yeah, it made me a better person.
Calling you no convict. I'm
Yeah.
just playing with you. I'm just playing with you. But
Yeah.
okay, she accepted your past. Now y'all know what? Let me tell y'all this. Nancy J is our guest co-host tonight because Dr. Feelgood is out. And he's feeling a little, I think, nervous because Nancy J usually be the coolest person in the
Yes.
world, got the best smile. Oh my goodness. So I just want him to relax. Everybody give kudos to Nancy J because I don't want him to feel
Nasty
nervous.
J.
I want him to be relaxed.
Thanks, Travis.
As they say,
Thanks,
just
Nasty
take
J.
your wig off and let it go. But I ain't gonna take mine off. Okay, so Nasty J, we're gonna come on back. You just keep on skinning and grinning and showing them pretty white teeth, because I just think a man with pretty teeth, oh my God, that make your heart go titter totter. Because if they got them bad rotten ones, you say, that's definitely not my acceptance. I ain't accepting that. Okay, let me
All
stop.
right now,
I
Dr.
hear
Pat.
you.
Let me stop teasing, but I'm gonna come on over here to my girl Special K. And Special K is going to tell us and let us ladies and gentlemen know what appreciation is. Come on, Special K. I was about to call you Dr. K. Is that a confirmation? You better
It
go
might
on.
be, right?
Mhm,
Okay, so appreciation by definition is the act of giving something or someone their proper value. So everybody has value. And it's important because it lets a person know what they mean to you. I feel appreciation is a very important aspect of a relationship. It's like up there in that top category. I mean, first thing off is really, how can you even be in a relationship and be with someone if you don't appreciate them? And it's important that each person in the relationship feels seen, heard, and valued, which valued again going along with appreciation. Showing appreciation to your partner should be 365 days. It's not just, holidays when you're giving a gift and things like that. And it can be very simple. It can be simple as a gesture, just a text. A text can just say, hey, how you doing today? Just want to let you know I'm thinking of you. Simple things like that. A phone call, a simple thank you for being you. Appreciation can be complimenting your partner, honoring their feelings. Appreciation can be shown with quality time and also physical touch, that you appreciate them and what they bring into your life. I mean, I think everybody wants to be appreciated, and it doesn't even have to be a, husband, wife, partner situation, romantic relationship. That can go a long way. You never know what a person is feeling. And just by appreciating someone can really, believe it or not, can really brighten someone's day. Um, and again, a simple phone call, a text just to acknowledge someone's good deeds, it just can really go a long way. And I have a question, it's geared more for the ladies. So when it comes to relationships, ladies, do y'all feel that appreciation for your partner fuels, or for your husband or whoever, fuels a man's energy for their relationship with you? Do you think appreciation, again, fuels a man's energy for their relationship with you? Do you think the more you appreciate, the more you show, the more you'll see them do or willing, open up, or just see a difference in your partner? Would anyone like to answer that? Any of the ladies on the panel?
It
Miss
depends.
Millie. Oh, go ahead,
Go ahead,
Leanne.
Miss Millie. I
Okay,
see
yeah,
you
let Miss
itching.
Millie go. Miss Millie go. Miss Millie scratch,
Okay.
girl. Scratch.
You said that by the things they do. So repeat the question. I was
Okay, sure. Do you feel that appreciation to your man fuels his energy for the relationship with you?
Of course. The more you show him that you appreciate him and be willing to let him lead, and you be there to support him fully, that's showing him how much you appreciate him and the things that he do. Also telling him, as well as showing him your actions speak louder than words. He's gonna do just that much more for you in the relationship.
I must agree with that. Okay, if anyone else would like to chime in on that, go ahead.
Miss
Okay, so
Bankston, come on. Oh, I'm sorry. Go on,
Let
Leanne, because I was getting ready.
Leanne.
I was getting
Let
ready to
Leanne
pull Miss
speak, and then
Bankston right
Bankston,
on in.
Nikki can come after me. So
Okay.
it depends on how much. Okay, you show a man appreciation, but you're doing all the work because you want him to grab onto what you're doing, and he's just using you. Then that's a different outlook. So you won't get more bang for your buck if you're doing all the doing and showing appreciation, because they get content and expect it. Okay, Nikki.
So
Okay.
wait. Leanne, you took it around the corner and around the block.
I know. I didn't want to be so direct.
Your cousins and them, I'm really trying to. So let me break this down. Let me feel the vibe of Leanne. You said that if you give too much, you won't get much back in return. Is that what you're saying, Leanne?
No. You're doing the giving and you're doing the appreciating.
I think you have to be balanced, though.
But if he's not doing anything, what are you showing to appreciation?
I'm just trying to get him to see it so he can learn how to do it. Sometimes you have to teach him.
No.
So you teaching him? You trying to train him how to appreciate?
You're trying to train
the wrong way.
I said,
how should you go about it?
How can you teach a man? Okay, a man got to speak about that because they don't always do. They don't do, and you want them to do. So what you do is you're doing the giving and appreciating him for who he is. He's getting spoiled and content and don't show appreciation, nor does he give.
Then I don't think I would. I don't even know why I would be in a relationship for starters with someone like that. But I think my question, assuming, was more geared towards, let's say you have a man who is doing the right thing and doing things that was more like, how do you believe showing your appreciation for someone who is doing those things? Now, if you have someone who's just not doing anything, no giving, no nothing, no.
I don't think that you guys are compatible if you're in a situation.
Right. I don't even think that should be you should even be intertwined at that point. You gotta let that go.
Well, don't worry about Shauna. Don't worry about Leanne. Don't worry about that. I'm gonna let it go.
All right now, Leanne. Right. But you know what? I was listening to that because sometimes that's almost like going into a situation where you're trying to say, okay, I'm going to change this person. I'm going to change his stripes to polka dots. And you're trying.
No. You Dr. Fabulous. Let me just simmer it a little easy. I don't know if y'all saw the show when she said, I'm going to make you love me. I'm going to make you love me.
Who said they're going to make you love me?
That was on when a show that, what's the girl name? Gabrielle Union was on. and she was sleeping around. She was sleeping
Not
around.
sleeping around, girl.
That's
Yes, she
different.
was. She was sleeping around.
Okay.
And she told that man, and I don't know if this is what's her show that was on BET? I can't think of the name of it. Mary Jane.
Mary
She
Jane.
said,
Oh yeah, I remember that show.
I'm going to make you love me.
I can't know why people.
I can't hear what you're saying. Who said something?
I think
I'm
somebody
trying to
needs to
see
go
who
on
talking.
mute. Yeah, someone needs to go on mute probably.
So you meet John Doe and y'all hanging out, y'all kicking it, but you need him to pick it up a notch. And I guess this question is for the men. Okay, not trying to deviate from what you're saying. If you show appreciation, you do get more. Millie had already answered that. Yes, you do. But what about when you're not getting that and you're doing the giving and appreciating? So how do you get a man to
But that's
give?
not the question.
Leah, can I interject? I think it goes about a communication and set boundaries and let the person know your expectation, what you expect from him or her, in an early stage of relationship. So if you put those guidelines into place, you won't have that issue moving forward, I'm assuming. If the person can't meet you, we're halfway. I don't think it's best to continue a relationship because you're going to have a failure in the long end.
No, I agree, but I'm just saying women do it. Go ahead, Nikki.
The other side of that is if you are quote unquote showing appreciation, if you want it to be received, then you need to show it in his love language. I think a lot of times we love people the way we want to be loved, or we appreciate the way we want to be appreciated. And that's not the most effective. That's not the most effective route to take. If his love language is acts of service and yours is gifts, and you giving him gifts, because that's what you want in return, he probably not gonna see that as appreciation, and the gifts will probably go unopened, and then you're feeling rejected. So we need to, we could both be saying I love you, but if one person is speaking Swahili and the other Italian, there ain't gonna be no understanding.
All right,
Learn
now.
the person's language and speak in their language.
Okay, Major, what are your thoughts?
Major,
I was
you
just
had
going
your
to say the
hand up.
exact same thing that she said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, say it in your
I
own words, Major. I want to hear your voice. Say it in your own words.
I'm eating at the moment.
Dog, Major, what you eating?
I just made a quick little dinner real quick.
So that means you're not telling me what you eating, but okay, Major. Next time. I'm
Sandwich.
gonna let you
I
have
made
that.
some Salisbury steaks, mashed potatoes, and Brussels sprouts.
Oh
All
my
right,
goodness. That's a
Major,
Southern
you
man.
married? He ain't hear me. But okay, Major. Travis, did you come on to say something? Because I saw you light up.
No, I was just saying I was just being comical about what he was eating. That's all.
All right.
Okay, Dr. Fabulous. I want to play devil's advocate for a minute.
Play it.
My question would be, what if you're in a marriage and it started off, you communicated, things were going fine. 10, 12 years down the line, you're doing your thing, he's doing his thing, there's no affection, there's no appreciation. Like, how would you handle that? How can you get him back to showing you those things?
The young man.
Latrice.
Okay, go ahead. Latrice, go ahead.
No, Latrice, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Okay, Latrice, that is an absolute fabulous picture you got up there. So I wanted to hear your take on that. Do you know how to make it sizzle and get back right? I'm just asking. I just need to know. Okay.
Latrice, she can't hear it because she does. When you say sizzle.
Oh, sizzle, sizzle, sizzle.
I need to feel appreciated. I need some affection. I need to be accepted. I need some attention. How do I get it back?
I think we got to find out where the disconnection came from in the first place. That's definitely a conversation that you have to have, an open conversation that you have to have with your significant other, in order to find out where did we go left, like where did the problem happen, and as far as getting it back. I mean, when you communicate those things and you're listening to each other for understanding, so you can understand, each other's point of view without looking for a response. Um, that can be the very beginning of getting that spark back.
All right, Major.
Also,
What city and
can I,
state
can
are
I
you
add to that as
located?
well? Besides the communication, also compromise with your spouse. Is compromise plays a big role in some of the issues people have in a relationship, because there's a give and take, will be a balance. Because one person may like certain things, the other doesn't like it, but you gotta come in and meet in the middle. Like you may like football and she doesn't like sports, but hey, you know what? I'm gonna go to the movie with her, and then she can do stuff that you like, so you create that connection and build that bond in a relationship.
Okay.
Nasty. I see
I
why they
agree
call
with
you
you.
nasty.
I do. I
Yeah.
agree with him on that one.
Yeah.
It's always a give and take.
Give and take, gotta be balanced. If there's no balance in relationship, it's gonna create a problem, because one person gonna feel like they're always giving, and the other person feel like take back to Miss Millie, like she's always like she's giving, and other person not giving back and reciprocate the love and affection or whatever it may be in a relationship. Like I said, set boundaries and communicate with each other about your likes and dislikes.
Okay.
I agree.
Well, Miss
Okay.
Millie ain't gonna give us so much for Miss Millie be.
Peace out.
Deuces. That's it. That's it. Now, Special K. Okay, well, Special K and appreciation. I'm going to come on back and do the follow through for her. Oh, goodness. Appreciation. Let's see here. How can I express gratitude on a daily basis for who the person is and the things they do? Say thank you for the individual qualities that you cherish, admire, or make a difference in your daily interactions. And always keep a positive attitude, because guess what? Henry, John, and David can't stand a woman with a stank attitude. And guess what? Guess what, men? We can't stand a man with a stank attitude, because some men can act stank just as well as a woman. Did I hit it on the nail, ladies and gentlemen? I think I hit it on the nail. So I believe Special
That's
K.
what I was bringing in devil's advocate doing, instead of you doing all the gracious and appreciation, because you hit it on the head, the nail on the head. Mhm.
All right. So I believe Special K is having technical difficulties, and we're going to move on. And guess what I got tonight, young people? I got the word affection. Ooh, Dr. Fabulous, love that. Now, before I get started and give my take on what affection is, y'all know I'm dramatic. I should have went into theater. I just love it. Let me stop clowning with y'all. But anyway, getting started, the word affection. Tell me, and I'm going to have me a little role play. And I want my role play to come from Travis.
Leanne. Leanne.
Oh, no. I'm picking my people,
Oh,
girl.
Nikki. Nikki.
I'm picking Travis Bridges and Nikki Bankston. Y'all gonna role play for me the word affection and how you would translate your affection, Travis, to her, and how she would translate her affection to you. And then after that, guess what? I'm gonna put Major in the mix. So hurry up and swallow those Brussels sprouts, Major, because I'm gonna let you have a little affection. Ooh, I'm gonna give you two. I'm gonna let you be pimp daddy tonight. I'm gonna let you have affection with Millie and Leanne. Okay, so let's get it started. Travis, you gonna start it out?
I'll do my best, but
Do
I
your
don't
best.
know her, and
That's
she doesn't know
okay.
me.
Look. What
Role
did I
play.
say? We role playing, honey.
You're acting for the position.
Yeah,
For the
that's
role.
right.
Act like she's somebody else.
Uh-huh. Your best.
Um,
Lights,
Give,
camera, action, Travis.
that's right. Come on, give it to us, Travis.
hey Nikki, how you doing?
Ooh, I like that voice.
Ooh.
Now that's for Nikki, y'all. Let
How
him
are
let it
you?
get it going.
Did you have a good day, darling?
I had a great day. As a matter of fact, my day was so good. I want to share it with you.
Mm.
Talk to me,
Oh,
Daddy. I'm
okay.
listening.
Um, I have tickets for the movie tomorrow night. Would you like to go?
A movie?
Yeah.
Hmm. I have some other plans for you.
Okay, I'll follow your lead. If you take me somewhere, where would you like to go?
You can come over.
I'm already outside.
Oh,
Travis, he moving fast.
he a stalker. Stalker. Nikki, you better get to running. He a stalker. He already outside your house. But anyway, go ahead.
Well, come on through and tell Mama exactly like you want it.
All right. And you have to open the door. I'm not a stalker, but I'm here.
Well, if you are already at the door, you know what to do to get in.
Exactly. So
Come on through, baby.
I'm gonna just leave the light off and I'll see you in a few.
That part.
Oh, now I got this. Let's give them a round of
That's
applause.
it.
Now,
Nick
they
get
did that.
A
That-
plus.
Okay,
plus,
okay.
I'm about to go in and call Tyler Perry for y'all. I promise you I am. Let me
And
Tyler.
listen, don't be calling me no stalker just because I'm on point.
Now, see, I was operating from the premise of Travis and I were already in a relationship. Now,
Mm.
You
Yeah,
did good,
y'all was
Nikki.
already there.
Oh
I was just
yeah,
playing.
yeah.
I was just
yeah.
playing. He not a stalker. But that was so good. I enjoyed that, y'all. Wasn't that just, that was a little affectionate. That was a little romantic too. You know, that was like, come get you some. Oh, I ain't gonna say what I was getting ready to say.
Say it.
Dr. Fabulous. Be quiet, Dr. Fabulous. Major, you still chewing up them Brussels sprouts? Oh.
Major probably choked on one after all that.
Yes, I am. Yes, I'm still eating.
Oh Lord. Okay, let me see. Um,
Jerome, come on,
Slow
Jerome.
eater.
Jerome.
Come on, Jerome.
Jerome won't even respond. He said he not playing with you,
Aw.
Romy
Lady
Rome.
T.
Come
I
on,
see
Romy Rome.
I see another guy
Don't be
on the
scared,
board.
Jerome.
Let me see.
Ryan,
Who is Kimmy too cute for you?
Kimmy too cute. Better be a woman.
Now, Dr. Fabulous, this is modern times.
Okay. Kimmy, are you there?
I am here, but I'm running my hair dryer, honey, so you're not gonna hear anything I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Kimmy, go on and keep it cute. Keep it cute, Kimmy. Okay,
Thank you,
Ryan,
honey.
can you hear us? Okay, Ryan might be a listener, y'all.
I like a
So
woman who takes care of her hair.
I'm not gonna put them on the spot. I'm gonna come
What
on over
about
here.
Ryan?
Ryan didn't say anything. I said, Ryan, are you here? Can you hear me,
Travis,
Ryan?
what did you just say? You don't like when a woman takes care of her hair? Is that what you
No,
said?
I
No,
said
he
I
say
do
he
like it.
loves the woman.
Oh, my bad.
Travis,
I
you gonna have
heard
to put a picture up because we need to
I
see
heard
your
a
face.
woman. I heard a woman say,
Honestly, I was trying, but I don't know how to do it. But the name speaks for itself. I'm cute.
Oh, girl, you sound like me with the word fabulous. We on the same page. Okay. Oh, you all want to know how Travis look? He is so handsome, you all. He is like butterscotch that melt in your mouth. Okay, I'm not gonna go on there, but nevertheless, we're gonna come on back. We're gonna come on back to the word affection. So it says, I'm gonna give you terminology, then we're gonna bring it on back because I got something else hot for you. It's like hot. Okay. It says affection refers not just to physical closeness, but also feeling close to someone through a conversation, a gesture, or even their presence. Now, ladies, now this is just for the ladies. You know, when you was in high school and you had your first high school crush You
Hmm.
felt what? You felt giddy, right? Every time you seen him. But you know what now? God, my husband is deceased, and this is so bad. No, it's not, because he understood who Dr. Fabulous was. That's why he got me. But he's deceased now. But my high school sweetheart, I took my husband to my class reunion, my 20th year class reunion. And my high school sweetheart was there. Do you all know I still got so giddy when I saw him? Because, it's a difference when that person is your first person, and you know what I'm talking about, your first person. And I was so giddy, and he was so giddy, and he was standing there with his mouth open. And my husband looked at me, he said, "Now that's enough of that." And I was like, oops, he shut it down. He shut it down. But ladies, when it comes to real affection, and I'm gonna ask Tasha. Oh, I'm gonna ask Lady T. I'm coming to you, Lady T. When you
Uh-huh.
feel the affection, what is some of the reactions to your facial expression? That's one, and how it makes you feel all over. So I'm gonna come around the board, but I'm starting with Lady T first, and then Latrice. I'm coming back for you. Mm-hmm. Get ready.
Oh,
All right,
okay.
yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. I am
Okay,
ready.
so Lady T, I'm asking you, when you feel that affection,
Oh
explain.
man, I love, love, love affection. It makes me tingle all over. I'm smiling, so you definitely see my pearly whites. Um, I feel like such a warmth, of embrace over me.
Mhm.
So, like kissing, hugging, playing, joking around. Um, like all of those things tell me that you are paying attention to me, you see me, and that just turns me on.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna jump down to Latrice, but while I'm jumping to Latrice, I want to plant this in, and you don't have to say it. I want you to write it in the chat. Do you think that a great kiss is more affectionate than actually being intimate with a person? And I mean sexually. Do you think you can put yes or no? I think that a kiss is more affectionate than actually having the act of with an individual. So put that in the chat for me. So I'm down here to Latrice. I need you to tell me the feeling that you get when you're feeling that affection from someone.
The feeling that I get when I'm feeling that affection from someone, oh, um, I get like the previous young lady said, I get the tingles, but I get wet. I get wet. They can just touch me. They can just rub me. They say, and that's if the feeling is mutual. If we have that feeling, and when he show me that affection, he can just rub me, touch me, or it's on. It's
Okay.
just an instant thing. But different platforms. If we're in the home, if I'm home or something like that, and he's showing affection, then I'm getting wet. If we're out and about, and we're holding hands, we're touching and different things like that, and that fact, I just get like googly eyes, and I won't say bubble, my stomach have like the jitters or something like that when that affection is there.
Now,
It's like,
Latrice,
let's get it.
I'm getting up in age, and I don't want my hearing to fail me. But did you say there comes a little moisture? Did you say that? Did you say that, Latrice?
Wet, wet,
Ooh,
wet,
the
wet.
girl said wet, not moisture, but wet.
And
Okay,
I
well,
hope grown
I
people is in here, but wet, wet.
nothing but grown folks. This is the grown and sexy, honey. Nothing but grown and sexy. Okay, well, you
Wet,
did that,
wet.
Latrice. You brought it on home. Now we heard from two women. Now I got to hear it from a man. Now I pray God that Major didn't have about 25 Brussels sprouts. Because if he's still eating on them Brussels sprouts, I'm gonna want you to go on and just put your plate to the side now, Major. Are you still eating, Major?
No, I'm not. I'm done.
Okay, Major. Thank you for being done. I want you to tell me how a man feels when they get that affection from a certain mate.
Um, that's a tough one because I'm not a big person. I mean, I'm a affectionate person. I'm a giver. Um, but on the receiving end, I don't know because the things that get me going is completely different from any normal other man. Um,
What please share that with us because I want to know.
well, the things about a woman that turns me on, um, I'm I'm more into the intellect. So
Okay.
it's the mind for
Oh,
me
he's
that
a
really
sapiosexual.
gets me
Yeah.
going. Um, but I mean, I like to be touched. That feels really good, extremely good. Um,
So, Major, let me
mhm,
say this. We're going to gear off. We're going to gear off subject just a tad bit. You said intellect was your
yes.
stimulation that turned you on.
Hmm.
If you met a young lady, I don't know your age per se, I'm just guessing you're in your what, mid 30s, early 40s.
Yeah, I'm 41.
Oh, see, look how Dr. Fabulous picked that up. I could tell that. But anyway, you met this young lady, and this is a first time date. Um, what would be your first mean of conversation with her? I'm just asking. I really wanted to, if you go and you're meeting someone for the very first time and you like a mind stimulation, what would the topic of conversation be, or how would you get that conversation going for me?
Um, I'm an open-minded person, so we can talk about anything, whatever.
Okay.
When is your birthday, Major?
I'm a Leo.
Ah, that explains it.
Okay. Well, you
Yeah, we
said,
can.
oh,
Right? Is he August Leo?
Yes.
oh,
Okay.
all right. Well, Major, you said you're open-minded, but your conversation, meeting a person for the very first time, and
It can go anywhere.
you're
It can
trying to
go
see,
anywhere.
okay, but this is what I'm saying. You're trying to see if she's open-minded. How would you start the conversation?
Well, first, I'm go straight to the point. I will ask her if she's open-minded. Um,
Oh, okay.
I would ask her if she's open-minded, and then I would just kind of I would tell her some things about myself to see
Mm-hmm.
how she would react to it,
All
and
right.
that would tell me everything that I need to know as far as if she's open enough for what it is that I'm open to, or not open to, or vice versa, whatever.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing, Major. May I just ask who invited you to the podcast?
Miss Special K.
All right, Special K. That's what I'm talking about. We reeling you in. I like that. I like that. Welcome. Don't let this be your last time. Dr. Fabulous not going to pry too much because I don't want to run you off because I want you to come on back because, I enjoy good conversations and that's what we do here. The grown and sexy
I
conversation.
I can't be run off. What's crazy is I told her um when she told me about you guys doing this podcast, I told her I had some ideas.
Oh,
I'm sure she'll get with you
well, I am
about
so
that.
glad, Major, because listen, let me tell you, upscale love for you is here to stay. We're not going nowhere. We're going to do the dang thing. Listen, I'm
Already.
in Georgia. Yes, we getting ready to start the new thing, a thing. We'll talk, Major. Don't forget.
Already.
So, okay, now y'all, I'm back on track. You see how that's that ADHD. Let me stop saying that because I don't have that. But anyway, nevertheless, affection can come in all type ways. Okay. So one day, do you think that affection can be turned on and turned off? Anybody, somebody? Now I haven't heard from my regular Nikki. That I know you feeling bad, Nikki, not Nikki Bankston, but the other Nikki. I haven't heard from you tonight. You told me you was feeling bad, but just tell me one thing. Do you think that affection can be turned on and turned off?
Oh yes, most definitely.
Yeah.
Depending on the kind of mood that you trying to be, that you're in,
Mm-hmm.
person really has done something to you that just makes you just not want to be around them, you can
Yes.
turn it off in a heartbeat.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So it's not just Dr. Fabulous, because I thought I was that one that I could love you one day and then the next day I'll be like, really?
That is me too. That is me too.
That's me 100%.
Okay. All right, ladies. We got that. Okay. So that's understood. So it also says that affection can be expressed through playfulness, romantic gestures, kind words, and thoughtful actions. So, how many of you on the board, whether it is a male or female, how many of you feel that when you're with that special someone and you're quote unquote being affectionate, does a pet name make you feel even more special? A pet name. I know everybody say boo, this and that and the other, but you know, when you got that real connection and they give you that name that only you know and he knows or she knows and you knows, how many of you have that type of feeling that that is something so affectionate? Is that a
I
yes, no,
used to
maybe?
like that. I used to in my younger days. I used to thought that was real cute and kind of was like the little pet names. But now it's really not. Um, no,
Not your
Bay
cup of
I'll go
tea.
with, but with
Not
no, it's
suitable.
not my cup of tea.
Okay, so Latrice, listen to this. See, in this day and time, guess what? Are you married? Well, you could be married or single on our upscale love for you. But I was getting
I'm
ready to,
single.
okay, so Latrice, check this out. I understand because guess what? You don't want them to call you boo. You don't want them to call you babe. You want them to do what? Call you your name to make sure it's lining up. I got you, Latrice. I listen.
Right. And
I'm
like I said, in my younger days, I used to like, hey, babe, boo, come here, but as I
now
get older, that just don't really excites me.
tickle your
I,
fancy.
I, I,
Okay,
yeah.
now here we go. I'm coming around the room. Samsung. Samsung, are you a man or a woman? Samsung SMA2. Can you hear me first of all? Okay, so we don't know who Samsung SMA2. Does anybody know Samsung SMA2? Okay, well,
217M.
welcome Samsung. Ryan, did you ever hear me? Because I really want to talk to you. Don't let me sing that Jodeci song. I really want to. No, I ain't going there. But anyway, okay, so listen, we have given you four of the age relating to relationships. Number one being attention. Number two, acceptance. Number three, appreciation. And number four, I just love that Travis and Nikki affection role play. That just took me there. And guess what, y'all? The last one is allowing. And I thought of Leanne when this said the word allowing. because most of the time when you're an independent woman, you don't have to be allowed to do anything. So let me tell you what is coming from our psychologist about this last word, A, in the 5 words beginning with an A dealing with relationship. It says, allowing means letting someone be themselves. It means giving them freedom to do things in their own way. It also means we don't try to control, manipulate the person to do what you want them to do. Guess what? It's allowing them to be themselves. Now, when I heard that, I thought, where is Douglas tonight? Because Douglas always says, Douglas is one of our people that normally come, so he probably got caught up tonight because he's normally here. But he always says that his partner would have to ask him to go certain places, to go out with their friends or women doing a girls' trip. So when I saw the word allowing, I didn't think of it as giving a person freedom to be who they are. I thought of it as having to ask someone to do something. But this was totally different than I anticipated. It said, of course, allowing doesn't mean we accept behaviors that will hurt us emotionally, physically, or guess what, y'all? Financially. So the word allowing is a real deep word when it comes to a relationship. And so I'm going to ask Nasty J, because he's married. When you hear the word allowing, how does it fit in the relationship to a husband and wife?
Well, I don't believe permission or ask for, I don't know if permission is the right word to use, but communicate with the person, your spouse, about your plans or what she planned doing. If the husband think is a good setting for her to be in, like she got a single friends to go on a date, girls' night, I don't think it's the right environment. You know, if it's depends on the situation where they go into
Okay.
or the event. So some things or some occasion, not, I don't really support it. And we could, my wife, we talk about the pros and cons, or if I want to go someplace, say, hey, I don't think it's a good setting for me as well. And I'll take her feedback and I won't go, to make peace reign in a relationship. So like always go
That
back to
was,
communication.
you covered that really well, because guess what? Communication is key, and you know what works in what your household.
Correct.
Because what works for Sally and Tim may not work for Nasty J, for Mr. and Mrs. Nasty J.
Yeah.
So we got that. So I am that person. I love to explore the mind. I'm like Major. I see you had to leave. Being open is very good. However, as being who I am, I meet 1,001 people. And this person had the nerve to say he, everybody know about these little dating sites. But anyway, he said to me about he would not allow his significant other to be on a podcast. Guess what, y'all? That was the first and the last time we ever spoke, because I knew who I am. He couldn't handle me because I am a people person. And sometimes people or your spouse or that person, they may not be as open as you are to allow you or want you to be that person to communicate. Because I talk to men, I talk to women, I love to talk. I am definitely a people person. So when he said that, I knew right there it wouldn't work. So I'm going to come down to Miss Millie. Miss Millie, are you available or do you have to step away? Because
Go ahead.
she's also a renowned woman that deals with individuals. And Miss Millie, I want you to give me your concept of the word allowing in a relationship.
Well, I think that once you've been raised once, nobody else have the right to try to tell you what you can and cannot do. So I'm not gonna allow a person to come into my life and tell me what I can and cannot do. My son got me cooking.
That's
So
okay. That's all right. We
I'm not gonna
understand.
let anyone, a man, tell me what I can and cannot do. What, as Travis said earlier, I will compromise on some things, but at the end of the day, he's not gonna be able to tell me what I can and cannot do. Because I'm grown and I know how to handle myself accordingly. I will never disrespect myself nor him in the relationship. So for him to blatantly say what I can and cannot do, I think that's selfish of a person, vice woman or man, to tell another person what they can and basically demand that they don't do it, or you're gonna do this because E.F. Hutton said it. No, I'm not gonna do it like that. So I just think that everybody should be able to be open about a situation. If that's what somebody want to do and it's not disrespecting the relationship, it should be okay.
Well, all
Also,
right.
boundaries can be set in a relationship as well too.
Yes.
Absolutely. Because if you don't have boundaries, but you know what I always say, people can't read minds. So if you don't tell a person, this is the way you feel, or this is what you expect, then you're just sitting out there like a sitting duck. So communication is definitely key, because when you meet that person, if you don't talk, if you don't get a chance to really get to know that person, guess what? It could be a whole lot of sabotage going on with the relationship. So I was coming down. Where is Jerome? Can you hear me, Jerome? Jerome? Okay, well, I guess Jerome stepped away for a
Oh,
minute.
I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm sorry.
Okay, so is it okay if I let people know your relationship situation? Is it okay for me to say?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so Jerome is in a relationship, same-sex relationship, and I want you to give me your impact on the 5A words pertaining to a relationship with the same sex, because everybody thinks, okay, heterosexual relationships are so much different from the same sex. Give me your viewpoint on that, Jerome, because I need to hear it from you.
I don't think it's much different. I don't think it's a much big of a difference, but I do feel like it's a difference being that, um, well, with me, it'd be like two men, right? So we would have like two strong personalities. So sometimes either one of us will have to, like, take a step back, if that makes sense. Because, we both have that personality where it's like, I said what I said and what I said go. Like, we both have like that type of, like, not aggressive, but strong personality. So in that sense, sometimes either one of us have to take a step back and be like, okay, let me listen, and let me listen to what you're talking about. Let me listen to what you're saying. And then we can come to a common understanding. I feel like maybe, I don't know, I've never been in a heterosexual relationship, but I feel like with the woman and the man, sometimes you have, like, the woman is less aggressive, I would say, or less, like,
You would say
I
she's
don't
more
know.
submissive?
Yes,
So,
like that. Yeah.
well, let me ask you this, Jerome. With that being said, with it being the same sex, one of you have to gear off and be more submissive to one, because I'm sure you have one with a more masculine role, one with a more sensitive side, a more feminine role, I would say. This is my
Mhm.
question to you. When it comes to affection, do you think the roles of the same gender plays a 50-50? Do you feel that your affection is a 50-50, or just like in a heterosexual relationship where the woman tends to be a little more geared to, I would say, be that more affectionate person?
Right. Yeah, and I feel like sometimes, like maybe one day it switches. So maybe one day I'm the more, let's say, feminine one, and then he's more aggressive, and then it switch. Maybe he want to be more feminine, and I'm more aggressive or more dominant. So I feel like it switches.
Okay. Thank you so much, Jerome, for sharing. Because you know what? You don't know if you don't ask. And
Right.
that's why I say upscale love for you is here for everyone. Great conversation, grown and sexy adults, and you ask what you want to know. So
Correct.
I'm going to thank you so much for sharing with us, because I'm sure people want to know, but they won't ask. But Dr. Fabulous gonna ask you, because I want to know.
Yeah.
And I thank you, and I thank you again,
No
Jerome.
problem.
Really, I really do, and I appreciate every time you
No
come.
problem.
Thank you. So
No problem.
listen. I
You
almost said,
welcome.
listen, boys and girls, but I caught myself. Listen, grown and sexy people. Tonight, we have covered the A's of the 5 A's in a relationship. And I'm going to come back because I just love to hear him speak. I'm going to come on back to old Travis Bridges. Can you hear me, Travis?
I can.
Okay, Travis, you told us about affection. You did that role play that kind of made your toes curl just a little bit. But I want you, Travis, to tell me the word allowing, because I'm coming back to it. It says, if you struggle with giving or receiving the 5 A's, your past may be coming into play. It says that these 5 words with the letter A can cause havoc in a relationship, whether it's by not giving enough attention, not accepting a person, not showing enough appreciation, and last, being affectionate and coming on to allowing. How would you sum up these 5 words dealing with a relationship, the letter A words? How would you sum that up for me, Travis?
I'm going to start with the allowing. Um, I, I'm not sure I understand your question, but I'm going to just do what I said I was going
No,
to do.
no, no. I
But
just want you to sum up. If you had to give me a synopsis over having, it says from the psychologist that these 5 words dealing in a relationship, which is number 1, attention, number 2, acceptance, number 3, appreciation, number 4, affection, and number 5, allowing. It said that these 5 words can make or break a relationship. Said that it can sabotage the entire relationship if A, you don't perform those lists, or it could enhance if you do. So give me your overall point of view about these 5 words in a relationship.
I can see how they are all important and I can see how they all will need addressing at certain points in times in a relationship. I think they are good words to, from a therapist perspective, to cover if a relationship is experiencing any kind of, um, any kind of trouble, going through those A's. Um, I think will help narrow down quite a bit of trouble that could be experienced in a relationship. And I just think in general, it's a good place to start. And I think it's important. Every one of those words you discussed, some people had some good points, and I can see how they are important. And I would consider that in a relationship if I was being someone's therapist or counselor or just a friend, and covering all of those areas just to analyze where a person, may be and where their relationship may be, and just, going through those. I think they're good tools.
All right. So I understand you did what you did, but you really didn't bring and tell me what I wanted you to tell me. So out of those 5 words, let me give them to you one more time: attention, acceptance, appreciation, affection, and allowing. Out of those 5 words, Travis, which one, and you can only select one, which one do you think is most important in a relationship?
I'm just going to go with allowing. You have to allow a person to be who they are in order to see, who they really are, and you have to allow yourself to be who you are in order for a person to see you. All those other things you will come as they come, but being open to allowing a person to be who they are and being who you are, is important. So I'll just say allowing.
All right. Well, thank you, Travis. Leanne, your hand is up. I was going to ask you the same question. Out of
Okay.
those 5 words, which one do you think is most important in a relationship? Do you need
Uh,
me to give them to you again, or you
no,
got them down pat?
I have
Oh,
all 5.
okay.
I'm going to go with attention.
Okay. And tell me why. Please just tell me why.
If you don't pay me any attention and I'm right there, we have nothing.
Okay. I got you. I got you. All right then. So, anyone else have anything they would like to say about these 5 words, starting with the letter A, involving a relationship? Please speak up now.
This is Nikki B.
All right, Nikki B.
I tend to believe that um, allowing and acceptance kind of overlap,
Mm-hmm.
simply because for me, allowing and acceptance um, have to be rooted in trust. So
Mm-hmm.
those two things would be, like I said, they overlap, but those two would be most significant for me.
All right. And Keisha, I'm gonna call on you. I know you just got here. Dr. Fabulous like to work the board. So Keisha, welcome, 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 everyone. Let me say this. Everyone is always welcome to Upscale Love for You. If this is your first time, don't let it be your last, because honey, our conversations are definitely for the grown and sexy. And yes, we talk about everything. And we have, look, we keep it classy, yet sassy. So Keisha, welcome. Can you hear me, Keisha?
Yes, ma'am, I can.
All right, Keisha. So we talked about the letter A's tonight in a relationship. Did you get on in time to hear about the different letter A's pertaining to relationships?
Yes, I was here in the beginning. I had to end up leaving in the middle, but
Oh,
I heard enough.
okay. Well, Keisha, tell me from your point of view, which one of those A words are most important to you in a relationship?
I think acceptance, because acceptance is, to me, it's like when you're in a relationship with somebody, you're not going to meet somebody perfect. That's the first thing. And that person most definitely is going to have their own battles. And I see a lot of people, like, they always talk about some, oh, come already healed. Healing is not easy as everyone thinks. It's very tough to heal. So accepting that person and making them feel accepted. Like, hey, I understand that you're battling with insecurities because maybe your mom didn't tell you I love you. Maybe your mom didn't tell you you're beautiful. Maybe she kept telling you that you were ugly. And this is the type of mental mindset that you have. But hey, I'm gonna accept you as you are, but I'm gonna want you to break that curse or that thought that you have in your mind. You may not have a father figure in your life, so you may not know how to do such and such and this and that. I'm not trying to use that as an excuse, because as we're growing older, we can learn how to do these things on our own. But I'm saying accepting is the first and foremost thing, because you're not going to meet somebody who's on the same level as you always. But if you're going to accept that person and help them grow, that's really what it is in life, period. We're not going to meet people, like, you don't meet a plant already grown. You have to water that
All
plant every
right,
day
you
for it
got
to
to
really
what?
grow.
Nurture it, Keisha. Girl, you
Exactly.
y'all gonna pass that?
Mm.
Okay, go on, Keisha. You know,
So,
Dr. Fabulous love expression. Go on and tell me some more. You
so
got me.
that's what I think is acceptance. That's the first thing ever. Like for me, I am a lesbian. So you know, one thing that I have, okay, like for instance, I have a crush on a 43-year-old woman. Being a 23-year-old person, it makes me feel like, oh my gosh, will this person accept me because I'm 23 years old? But they never know that, hey, I could accept this young woman right here, but she may give me more than what somebody else may have gave me. So to me, I think
Okay.
accepting is the most thing.
All right. Well, Keisha, listen. Okay, so let me ask you this. Listen, Dr. Fabulous, I ask questions, y'all, because I don't know. I spoke to Gerald, and I appreciate you, Keisha, coming on. And Keisha, if I get too deep or if I just get in there too much, say, Dr. Fabulous, I ain't telling you that, girl. Okay, I'm gonna keep it classy and sassy. Keisha, you're 23, and how old is the individual that you have a crush on?
I believe she's 43.
You're 23, she's 43, so that's a 20 years difference.
Mhm.
So, with that being said, what do you think you all would have in common with the 20-year age gap?
That's the thing. That's one thing that comes to mind, is what would we have in common? It's one
Oh,
thing. I mean, the only thing I could tell you so far is that our birthday's in the same month with the same exact zodiac sign. That's what I can tell so far. So, you know, most experience that she's already experienced is different from what, you know, I'm experiencing in life right now.
now, Keisha, I'm gonna ask you another question.
Mhm.
Is she a lesbian also, or
That's the thing.
like,
I'm trying to figure it out.
ooh, Keisha, let me wait. I got to prop up for this, Keisha. Keisha, let me get comfortable. Now, Keisha,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
can't walk around here and not. See, you got. Let me see how I'm gonna maneuver this for you, Keisha. You're
Gotcha.
23. She's 43. Okay. You don't know if she's a lesbian. So your first call to order is to, do you know her personal, or are you infatuated by this person? Have you ever met her?
Yes, I've met her, but what I can say is our conversation isn't that long.
Keisha.
You need to find out first
Yeah,
before you
yeah,
get any thoughts,
yeah.
feelings,
Don't let your feelings
ideas.
get crossed,
Hmm.
because if she's not, then you may be crushed because you have a what? Crush on her.
Hmm.
So first find out. Because
Yeah.
it's like you asking me if I want to lick some vanilla ice cream, but I only like chocolate, it wouldn't work for me. So you
Hmm.
got to find that out first before you can pursue or look elsewhere. But Keisha, guess what? I appreciate you. And please don't let this be your last time, because you know what, Dr. Fabulous, I talk about it all. Okay? You understand me?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You don't have to call me yes, ma'am, girl. I'm too fabulous to be a ma'am. Okay. But
Okay.
Keisha, I'm just
Yeah.
Dr. Fabulous. That's all I am. But everyone, all jokes aside, I have had a great night, great conversation. And you know what? Before you all leave, everyone on the board, if you would just please type in the chat for Dr. Fabulous, if you don't mind now, giving us your email address, because we want to send out some personal thank yous. And it's some different things that we're getting ready to start doing. And we need to be able to get in contact with you. So if you have a person, don't send me your business one now, because I don't want your boss to be looking at me sideways. If you can share that. And also, one other thing I would like for you to type in, if you have a conversation that is weighing heavy on your mind and you want Dr. Fabulous and the crew to get with it, talk about it, put it out there in the atmosphere, please type that in the chat, because guess what, y'all? It has almost come to the time that we say goodnight. But before we say goodnight, I want Lady T to come on in here and express. And I don't know what happened to Special K, but Lady T, you in the house? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Dr. Fabulous. Thank you, everyone, for attending. This was a hot, sizzling topic tonight, and I look forward to next Thursday, of course. So the words I would like to leave you is, number one, age ain't nothing but a number. Number two, be yourself. And love, live, and laugh to the fullest.
All right. Well, thank you, Lady T. And guess what, y'all? I got to give a thumbs up for my old Nasty J. This was his first time, y'all, as being a co-host.
Good
But
job,
I
Jay.
think he did great. He did.
Yes,
I'm
Nasty J. And tell me.
I was nervous, but thank you guys, for the support.
Tell
That's
me,
okay.
Nasty J. Wait,
Yeah, you get
Dr.
better.
Fabulous. We would like to know, why do they call you Nasty J?
Okay, the first episode I joined was we had to pick character to be somebody, and I was like Mrs. Jackson, because my last name is Jackson, so she just stuck with Nasty J.
Nasty. Listen,
Or
y'all.
Mrs. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. So my character was Mrs. Jackson on the episode. So ever since then, I got
That's
stuck.
how he came up with Nasty J. But listen, if you all ever want, and I would love for each and every one of you, I got to put a plug out there. I need you to go on over to YouTube, like us, share us, and definitely subscribe. And you can go back and see that episode where Nasty J got his name from being Nasty Jackson. So that's where Nasty J arrived. So everyone, please, I'm gonna give you about another minute or so to type what you want to type in the comment. And listen, if you see my reels on Facebook, I have this closing where I say, all right, y'all know what time it is. And I say smooches and I give that big kiss, then that means it's the end of the road. But I'm giving y'all a couple more minutes. If you go on Facebook, I got to put that out there also. If you go on Facebook, we have a Facebook group, Upscale Love for You. And it's the word up, the word scale, the word love, the letter 4, and the capital letter U. Upscale Love for You. And we are definitely here for you. Everybody has said, what? There you go, Lady T, she all over it. That's how come you can't get a better co-host than Lady T, Special K, Nasty J, and in his absence, Dr. Phil. So good. I don't know, because I ain't never felt him, y'all. That's just his name. So don't put it out there. Dr. Feel Good. So with that being said, everyone, I would love to say see you next Thursday, same place, same time. And guess what, y'all? Smooches. Mwah. Good night.
Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Howdy.